Hey everyone, this is Jen. We are on for our weekend wild card this evening. It's Sunday, end of our week. I thought we'd do some twists today. I always love doing twists as a really nice way to cleanse and to feel like our bodies are getting sort of like wrung out. So it's a really good thing that we've done, kind of during the week as well. Kind of I throw it in there every once in a while. And I try almost every single class to finish with just a very mild twist. It's also one of those movements that we don't necessarily get to do in our casual everyday activity, just twisting our spines from side to side. So I thought we'd focus on that a little bit today. Hey, Molly. So twist is the name of the game today, and in addition to twist, because we do have some experience with it, I thought we'd throw in some balances as well with those twists. So sometimes that's where the challenge lies, not just twisting, but then also adding that extra component of having to balance on one leg. So we'll give it a go, see how it goes. I know probably a lot of you stayed at home for most of the day. The weather was pretty bad here in Chicago, but it looks like it's picked up now. So if you hear a lot of noise, I have the screen door open, so you might hear that just from outside. But hopefully it'll be pretty minimal, and we'll just get going with it then. Just twists. And I have the music going. Again, this is just for background, really. We won't be like doing anything to the beat of the music today. All right. So let's just start seated real quick. And I think twist is a really nice thing to do at the end of the week. It almost feels like a way to close, to kind of recenter, reset, and prepare our bodies for the start of a new week. So although time is a little bit different these days, isn't it? Okay, I'm a little bit at the corner so you can see better. Whichever leg you prefer in front is perfect. Lift up tall through your chest. And let's just take a deep inhale. Arms go all the way up high toward the ceiling. And on your exhale, split out your arms, left hand outside of your right thigh. This is usually what we do at the end of class, pretty mild. Inhale, lift up one time. Exhale, go twist a little bit deeper. Use the leverage of your right hand behind you to help twist. Open your chest. Good, gently release. Inhale, go arms up. And we'll go the other direction. Split out your arms, right hand outside of your left thigh, and twist. And it's really easy to kind of hang out in this position. I want you to make it active. Take another inhale, lift up taller. Use the help of your left hand to help really twist off of your right hand. Push against your left thigh to twist even deeper. Good, gently release. And then without using your arms, let's just lean back, switch out your legs, bring the other leg forward. Just a couple of cat-cows here. Inhale, go arms back, almost like a little oval shape. Exhale, round, hollow out through your chest. Again, go inhale, open your chest. Exhale, round. We'll do two more like this. Deliberately open up through your chest, squeeze your blades. Exhale, go around. One more time here. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, round. Good, find neutral, and then we'll move into a tabletop real quick. All right, a quick thread to get us going. Take an inhale, lift your left arm up high toward the ceiling. Open your chest. And exhale, thread. Let your left shoulder drop. Use your right hand now, push into the floor. I want you to focus on the twist today. So sometimes we do this just as a nice little passive shoulder stretch. Today, really on that twist. So push into your palm, hug your arm, elbow, and close. And think of sending your chest more toward your right hand side. Hold right here. Good. Nice, gently return, pushing your right palm into the floor. Lift your left arm up. Lower your left hand down, and let's switch this side. So right hand all the way up high toward the ceiling. Open your chest and bend it, thread it. All right, send it to your left. And again, rather than passive, we'll really push into this left palm. Push, open your chest. Drop your shoulder, hug your arm, elbow in tight. And you'll notice you can really manipulate how much pressure you put into this simply by that little pressure you put into your palm. Say that quickly a couple times, right? All right, one more breath. Push, push, push. Nice. And gently release. All right. From here, we're coming, lift your right arm up and come back through center. All right, send your legs straight back behind you and then lower yourself down onto the floor. Find Sphinx real quick. Inhale, open your chest. Draw your shoulders back, chest open, squeeze your blades. Nice. Hold right here. Lift your chest open for 3, for 2, for 1. We want to bring the same sensation in as we move into the next bit. All right, lower yourself down, push yourself up off of the floor, and then turn around so your back is toward me, and then just bend up your legs in that sort of lazy malasana that I always talk about. All right, and then turn over to one side, doesn't matter which side. Drop your knees toward one side, and then turn again to face the screen. With your knees dropped to one side, mine are dropped over to my left-hand side, but it looks like the right now, and then find your Sphinx. So, open up through your chest again. Your body is naturally twisting. Hold right here, hold for 4, good. For 3, for 2. Come up onto, so my knees are out to my right. I'm gonna come up onto my left hand and push. See if I can push, open my chest just a little bit more. So it's your opposite hand to where your knees are going. Hold for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, good, gently release. And then push back up into both hands. Return back to your original position, both knees face up toward the ceiling. And then drop your knees to the other side, turn back toward the screen, and lower down through your elbows, Sphinx. Okay. So already you'll notice that whichever direction your knees are facing, your chest will be inclined to want to still face that direction. I want you to square up. And if this feels like a big twist already, just stay right here and that's perfect. Otherwise, take your opposite hand. So for me, it's gonna be my right hand. I'm gonna push and see if I can lose the dump of my chest, right? Really lift, push, twist from there. Again, you manipulate how much pressure you put into your twist simply by easing up or adding on to the pressure in your right palm. Open your chest, drop your right shoulder down. One more breath here, inhale. Oh, that feels so good, exhale. Good, gently return your palm. Come up onto both hands, and we'll go back to our original position. And then from here, just find yourself in Malasana. I'm just gonna turn around. And then find Malasana. That was super graceful, I know. Lift up through your chest. And with all these Malasanas, we've been doing quite a few. Let's check in quickly with those details. Arches are still lifted. Push your knees out to the right, left, and lengthen out through the sides of your body, especially when it comes to our twist. It's just not a random wringing of our spine. We do want to find length and then wring it out, right? Okay, so from here, let's bring our right arm inside of our right leg and really get your armpit, right, as close as possible to your right leg. And then reach your left arm all the way up. So open up through your chest, lengthen. Think of those halfway lifts again, or just your breaths, right? Take an inhale, lengthen out through your crown, out through your tail. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Check in with your left knee. If it's caved inward, you gotta push it back a little bit farther. One more, inhale. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Good, come back into center, hands in prayer position. Lift up tall. Let's switch those sides. Left arm, think shoulder, think armpit, inside of your left leg. Reach your right arm all the way up. And again, easy to crunch down on this left-hand side. I want you to lengthen on your inhale. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Think of your left rib cage coming inside of your left thigh. And let's do that one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Check in with your right knee, not caving in. Good, come back through center. And let's simply stand. We're not even gonna do anything fancy here. Stand all the way up. Good, and then gently release out through your arms. Perfect. Step your left foot forward. All right, I'm gonna face forward too. All right, both sets of toes face forward. Let's do like a 1 foot space in between. Inhale, arms all the way up high toward the ceiling. Exhale, continue your left arm all the way back. Rotate. Bring it to center. Nice, easy again. Go, rotate, twist. Come back through center. So it's a big shoulder opening as well. Then go, swim it back. Open your chest toward your left-hand side. Return to center. Good, last time. Inhale, open. And come back through center. Good. Launch off your front foot to go back onto your right foot, single-legged Tadasana. Lift. Good. Same thing. Rotate, open with your arms, open your chest. Come back through center. Everything is the same, you're just on one leg now. Go, rotate, open your chest. Come back through center. Nice. Tee it out, left arm goes back. You're in a capital T. And return to center. Your final time. Rotate, open. Come back through center. All right, step your left foot down. Bend your back leg and then come into chair, feet together. Sit down. Hands into heart center. Take an inhale. Lengthen. Exhale, twist. Out to your left-hand side. Right arm outside of your left thigh. Find your good twist. And a lot of you have done this multiple times with me. We're going to be spending a little bit more time in this twist today. So just check already if your right knee has popped up in front of your left. Bring it back. And then if your chest is facing down toward your thigh, use your left hand to push against your left thigh. Let's get more of this right armpit outside. Open your chest, open your chest. Hands into the prayer. Notice my hands are totally at my left shoulder right now. I need to lengthen on my inhale, and on my exhale, see if I can push. Use leverage of my arm against my leg to help open up, to find my hands into center chest. Breathe right here. Drop your left shoulder, open up through your chest. Hold for 4, you got it. 3, hold for 2, hold for 1. Look down, shift your body weight into your left foot. Send your right leg back behind you, just your toes. So now you're in a prayer twist, lunge prayer twist. Check with your hands, get them back into the center of your chest. We'll hold right here, hold for 4, lengthen through your spine. 3, think of your inhales as lengthening out through your crown. 2, 1, straighten out through your arm. Good. All right, look down toward the floor. Step your right foot forward, and then see if you can grab onto the underside belly of your left hand and pick up your left knee. This is basically where you had your twist earlier, wasn't it? Open your chest, twist. Good. And then as you lower your left foot down, send your right foot back again. Woo, your right toes back again. Find your prayer twist again. Okay. If that was a bit of a challenge, you do that again. Otherwise, you try something else maybe. Look down to the floor, straighten out your arms, step your right foot forward. Maybe grab a hold of this outside of your left foot. Start to stand, lift. How did it go? So our knee is hiked up quite a bit higher. Let's see if we can find our twist again. Good. Gentle, gentle, return your eye gaze. Gentle, gentle, lower your left foot back down. Gentle, gentle, send your right toes back behind, hands in the prayer position, twist. So that was option 2. We'll do one more option. All right, we're building upon the previous, right? Remember, you do not have to go 1, 2, 3 in that sequence, you choose. Look down, straighten out your arms. Step your right foot forward. Again, grab the outside of your left foot. Shift your body weight into your right foot, lift up. Yes. Your option here, start to straighten out your left leg and look past your left shoulder. Good, lift up tall. This is your big twist. Good. Shift your eye gaze again back to the screen maybe. Bend your left leg, bend your right leg. Return your left foot. I'm not gonna step on my fingers like I did last time. Send your right toes back. Find your prayer position again. Open your chest again. All right, we have our fourth time. You decide which of those three options you wanna take on. Grab the belly of your thigh, grab your foot, extend out your leg. All right, look down, straighten out through your arms. Send your right foot forward. Grab underside of your belly, your left hamstring, or you grab onto the outside of your left foot. Remember, you do not have to look to your left fingers until you've established your balance. That is simply icing on the cake. When you're ready, maybe you look past your left fingers. But remember, one detail builds upon the other. So if you have yet to establish your balance, work on establishing your balance real quick before you start to look elsewhere. One more breath in, get tall. And gently release, so look forward. Bend your both legs slowly, careful. Yep. This time as you let go, bring your feet together and find just your legs together, knees together, prayer twist. Drop your left shoulder down. One more breath, lengthen. One more breath, twist a little bit deeper. Good, come back through chair, center. Nice. Stand, lift, push it out, right, left. We do the other side. Let's see if I can remember. Okay, so step your right foot forward. And remember, you just have about like a foot's distance in between your 2 feet. This beginning part's pretty mild, right? Reach your arms up high toward the ceiling. We're just doing that mild twist. So continue this right arm. Reach all the way back toward the back of the room. Come back through center. Super mild. Swim it all the way back. This is just like our shoulder circles that we usually take on in the beginning of class, preparing ourselves for planks and all of that. Because we are moving quite slowly, I want you to see if your balance is a little bit funny and see how we can manage that. One more time now. Inhale, lengthen, twist. And gently return. Good. Launch off of your front foot to go into your back foot, single-legged Tadasana. So your right knee lifts up, your right leg 90 degrees. Again, let's swim it all the way back. Your eye gaze can be to the right, or if you're feeling ambitious, look toward your right fingers. Come back through center. Nice, do it again, swim it out. And notice your right leg, your heel will start to want to go out to the left-hand side. Return to center. Just notice it, right? So if it starts going like this, you just bring it back. Twice more. Lift up tall, twist. You choose your eye gaze. Good, come back through center. One more time, twist. And come back through center. Very good. Step your right foot forward so your right leg is straight. And then launch off your back leg. Feet together, chair. Nice. Hands into the prayer position. Remember, take some time here. Inhale, lengthen. This seems so like unnecessary, but it's so necessary to get us set up in a good position for our twist. So lengthen, and then exhale, we're twisting out to the right-hand side. Notice your left knee will want to pop out. So you just do a quick, maybe like preemptive tuck, and get your left arm outside of your right thigh. And you'll already notice, right, because one, we're spending more time in it, but two, these are kind of deep twists. You'll already notice which side is more willing, right? This is, you might be able to already visually tell, for me, a little bit of a less reluctant, a more reluctant side. So I need to work just a little bit harder. Draw your right shoulder back, open up through your chest. And as we discussed before, twist, you want to avoid kind of rounding like this. Use your inhale to lengthen. Really reach your crown of your head, your tail out in opposite directions so that you have enough space to twist to wring out your spine. Yes. Hold for 4. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. Hold for 1. Really nice. So let's transfer our weight into this right foot. You can look down as well. And then lift this left foot up off the floor and send your left toes back. And actually this lighting is really good to see the difference. When my chest is collapsed, you see how my chest is also shaded? And then just based on the light, once I lift, now my chest is in the light. All right, so unfortunately I have this huge towel so you can hold me accountable on this. Open your chest, draw your shoulders back. Okay, at any point in time you see your elbow starts to slip, your arm starts to slip, feel free to do another nudge, right? Okay, let's straighten out both of our arms here. Good. Big twist. All right, look down toward the floor. Start to send your left foot forward. All right, grab the belly of your right thigh. Lift. Find your good balance. All right, start to look past your right side shoulder, your fingers, upright your spine. Good. All right, gently return. Lower your right foot down, bend your left leg as well, and then send your left toes back. Find again your prayer twist, lunge. Open your chest. Another thing I noticed, because this side is a little bit weaker for me, so it's easier to tell things that I do that are like not so great that I need to fix all the time, or do little adjustments, is that my belly button, if I feel it really smashing over my right thigh, I know I'm not lifting, right? When I'm at a good position and I'm lifted and I'm twisting well, my belly button feels like it's gonna pass my right thigh and it's quite lifted. Okay, so look down, straighten out through your arms. That was option one. Option two, send your left foot forward. Grab the outside of your right foot and gently start to lift yourself up. I kind of like the fact that in some ways on your less easy side, look past your right shoulder. You actually learn quite a bit more though, which I like. I'll give you another example of that. All right, gently turn your gaze to the front. Bend your left leg, bend your right leg, of course. Lower your right foot down. Free your fingers before you step on them. Send your left foot back, and then find your prayer twist again. Open your chest. Now that I've told you guys my tell, I'm like, oh my God, light on the chest, light on the chest. An example of that, your third option, straighten out your arms, look down. Transfer your body weight forward, left foot forward. Grab onto the outside of your right foot. Weight into your left foot. Hike up your right knee. Start to extend your right leg forward. So an example of that is, this morning I went to rope climb. I was talking to my friend and he was like, you know, we're like revisiting routes that we had previously thought were pretty like easy, but now they're like all of a sudden really, really hard. And he was like, it's really interesting because when it was really easy, look forward, bend your right leg. I didn't exactly know what I was doing, right? It came so easily. It was like automatic. Send your left toes back, find your twist again. And then now that we've had to like really think about what we're doing, in some ways we learn more. We're like, okay, this is the sequence we want. These are the positions we need to be in. These are the details we need to have in order to execute. So in some ways it's a little bit of a wonderful learning process to take these things that used to be easy for us and now that they're hard, to relearn it all. Your fourth, so your option of 1, 2, 3. Straighten out through your arms. Send your left foot forward. You grab onto your right underside of your right thigh or the outside of your foot. Lift up tall. Straighten out through your leg or you keep it bent. Whenever you're ready, in whatever position you are start to look toward your right fingers. Nice. And then return your eye gaze. Bend your right leg. Slowly bend your left. Nice. Feet together this time. Find your good twist. So push away your right thigh. Open up through your chest. Lengthen. Twist a little bit deeper. And I'm curious, now that we've like mentioned those different tells, those different details, if you notice something about your own body, It doesn't have to be twist related. Chair pose, bring your arms up. Something that you know automatically, you're like, oh yeah, that's me doing that thing again I do. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Keep a pretty long spine. Well, we'll go to that wide leg forward fold, which we did a ton of yesterday. Shift your body weight forward into your toes. All right, 2 breaths. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And I would play around with where your hands are relative to your feet, right? So whether they're here or whether they're here. It should be slightly more accessible for your hands to be farther away. One more breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Stick your tail up toward the ceiling. Breathe. All right, right hand stays down. Lift your left arm up, twist your body to your left. Open your chest. One more breath, inhale. Lengthen out through your crown, your tail. I exaggerated a little bit, hopefully you can see though. Exhale, twist your chest to your left. And return your left hand. Lift your right arm up, lift. All right, inhale. Lengthen out through your crown, your tail. Exhale, go twist. Good, gently return. Walk your feet in a little bit closer now, and by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. And then sit yourself down into a little squat. Okay. So, we're in this little squat, hands into the center of your chest. We'll do one arm balance. I've mentioned to you before that crow tends to be one of those like basic like beginner arm balances that I find particularly challenging. I find side crow though to be slightly less challenging personally. I feel like you have a really nice shelf. So long as you have a good twist, you have a good shelf, things will kind of line up and work for you. So this is my opinion. You tell me how you feel about this. Okay. So we'll find a twist again. We'll go to our left hand side. So this right elbow goes outside of our left thigh. Lengthen, and then find your right elbow outside. Use your left hand to push your left thigh away. Open your chest, hold. That's it. Open your chest, open your chest. Hold right here. Hold, go for 4. Really twist. Keep this active for 2. For 1. Before we move on, I'm gonna give myself another little push, right? I really want my right armpit as far outside of my left thigh as possible. Once you're there, right, you're at your maximum, this is your shelf, right? Hands come down, no wider than shoulder width. Shift your body weight forward, body weight forward. Lift your left toes up, lift your right toes up. And I'll do this from different angles. I will say for all of these arm balances, your wrists, if they don't really feel comfortable bearing weight, they'll just not feel good then in any of these. So not to worry then. You can try doing it on a block. I think I've heard that that's a little bit helpful on top. Although in my mind, I don't know that it would be more helpful, but I think I've definitely heard that that is the case. Okay, so again, let's try. As much of your right arm, do you see how much of this surface area I'm creating against my left thigh? That's my shelf, and that's what I'm gonna be balancing on really, right? In addition to like the wobbly wrists and stuff. So, okay, so once your hands are down, we'll just do it 2 more times, however you see fit. Shift your body weight forward, shift, shift. And then pick up your left set of toes, really point. And then pick up your right set of toes, point, point, point. I don't necessarily think that like pointing toes, I mean plenty of people balance with like their toes doing whatever. I personally find the more engagement that I have with my toes pointed and really directing them up toward my hips, I feel like there's more engagement and there's more like a lift, like we're all in this together type of feel. So that's just me. If you can think of that detail, I know there are a lot of details. While you're doing this, totally do it. I'm gonna do one more time then. So this will be our 3rd try. If you wanna join along, totally. So again, hands come down. If you have any questions, feel free please to type them in. Shift your body weight forward. Never a jump, it should be a shifting, a lifting. All right, and then gently release. We'll give ourselves a break after that, so sit yourself down. Let's extend right leg forward and bend this left leg so your left foot is pretty close to your right thigh. Keep your left hand close to the base of your spine. Reach your right arm all the way up. And really take advantage of this inhale. So I'm not stuck here. On my inhale, I'm literally pulling myself up toward the ceiling, gaining some length, and then getting my armpit over twist. Think of your belly button, where it is on your inhale. Lift it up. Suck it in, lift it up. And then on your exhale, feel like it's passing your left thigh, making sure your left hip is still on the floor as you twist. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently undo. All right, this foot that's right here, we're gonna go for it, especially if you felt like the balance situation earlier was not really working for you. This is a great way. We're sitting down, our butts are on the floor, it's perfect. So grab the outside of your foot. I'm just gonna undo that right arm outside. So grab a hold of the outside of your foot, pick it up, and any amount you extend, right? Lift up tall through your chest. Any amount you extend your left arm out. It can be on the floor, it can be out off the floor, you twist. One more breath. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. And gently return, bend it again. This time we'll take this left heel outside of our right knee. Bend your bottom leg as well, so your heel comes close with your left butt cheek, but you're not sitting on your left, on your right heel. Left hand close to the base of your spine. Lift yourself up. This left hand should be so functional. Lift yourself up, right arm all the way up, right armpit, go outside of your left thigh. Inhale, chest up, exhale, twist. If you are feeling like really good on this side, I do want to offer you something else in this spine twist. This is probably something that you've seen quite a few times already. I want to offer you just one more thing, which is a bind. You can do half bind, which is simply taking your left hand off of the floor and wrapping it around your waist, right? See if your left fingers might be able to reach for your right inner thigh, right hip flexor side. For me, this is a bit of a stretch, right? It's like barely hanging on. I'll show you what I mean. It's embarrassing, but true, it's fine. We're honest with each other. Okay, so this is what it looks like on me. All right, so for my half bind, my fingers are barely holding on, but there it is, right? If I want to give myself an assist, I can take my right hand and kind of just nudge it even farther along. And this is something that you can do when we're doing our lunges as well, right? So this is helpful for me to do kind of a little bit of a nudge and literally place my fingers where I want them to be, right? So now they're there, and then I'm doing my twist. So this is our, and then, it helps a little bit. It's not like it's not like it gives you 5 inches. It gives you a little bit more to work with. Let's put it that way, right? Okay, so that's your half bind. If we're doing the full bind, this is a little bit tricky, and I don't necessarily know. I think this side is fine. What you do then is take your right arm through your legs, yeah? So it's going from the outside of your left thigh, through this little hole, right? You're gonna go through this hole, find that place, and then with your half bind, reach for it. So it looks kind of like this. Again, mine's a little messy, but my fingers have basically clasped to touch each other. I think maybe it's because my bind is not that pretty. I personally find that my twist that I get out of this is not quite as deep as my without my bind. So this is just an option. Obviously my full bind is not very good though. So other people might have a different opinion. Okay, anyway, release whatever option you took. and we'll shake out these legs. We have our other side to go. So shake out your legs real quick. We're moving into our side crow on the other side. So once you're finished doing your little shakeouts, let's find ourselves in our little squat position once again. Okay, so legs, knees together, nice and tight. Sit yourself up tall. This time it's your left, like, tricep area. That's gonna be your shelf on top of this or underneath your right thigh. So before you twist, especially since we did like kind of more in depth on the other side, you'll feel like your body is a little bit less I keep on getting those mixed up right today. More reluctant to twist to the other side. So really find your length, that will be helpful. And then go for your big twist. So left arm outside of your right thigh. Do as much encouraging as your body needs. Maybe hands in the prayer. Open your chest. And listen, if you don't want to do the arm balance, just don't do it. Some days I'm just like, I don't want to do that. That doesn't seem like a nice thing for me to do. But I kind of like this one. It's really short and squat, just this twist. So stay if you're not doing the arm balance, but stay and make it active. So I can easily feel my spine kind of round up on me. I want to lengthen, right? Exhale, twist then. You see my hands go from my right shoulder, then closer to the center of my chest. And that's really when the active part of it all comes into play. So let's give it a whirl. If you're doing the arm balance, give yourself another nudge. Get your left arm as far outside of your right thigh as possible. Hands come about shoulder width apart, yeah? Transfer your body weight forward. And then I like to bring up the bottom leg first, and then meet the top, or get the top one to meet the bottom, and then return. So I did it 3 times that first side. I'm just gonna make it even. Remember, all of this is optional. You don't have to, right? If anything is not feeling right, totally. Stay in your twist, whether you're seated or in your little squat position. So think of shifting your body weight. Hands come forward. You shift your body weight, one foot, the other foot. It's a good shelf, it's a good shelf. But do you see how far I need to shift forward? The problem with and I understand it, the problem with not shifting forward is that you're in this sort of like halfway position where you're not giving your body the chance to balance out, to be able to lift up your legs, right? So even though shifting forward feels not so great, right? If you're like, oh my God, my face is definitely gonna hit the floor. It's almost like you have to move there in order for your body to have the opportunity to find the equilibrium of your legs being able to lift. Your body needs to shift that much forward. So we'll try one more time then. Let me see if I can do it from a different angle so you see that shifting more easily. So as you shift, I'm shifting kind of a lot. It's making me feel uncomfortable, right? But that's the only way the seesaw, the teeter-totter is gonna work, right? Okay, do you have enough of that? Yeah, totally. Let's just sit down. Straighten out your left leg. So your right leg is bent. Doing great. I definitely find arm balances are tricky for sure, right? So kudos for trying it, right? Just even trying it a little bit, I think your body becomes a little bit more familiar, your mind or your comfort level is a little bit stronger, a little bit better each time. Use this right hand behind you to lift yourself up tall, left arm up, and again, make it super functional, left armpit outside, and then give yourself a really nice twist. Continue here to use your back hand, lift yourself up super tall, and twist even deeper. Check your right butt cheek stays on the floor. Relax your shoulders down. Twist. A twist like this really for me offers a lot more depth than some of the other twists that we might do. Even that like full bind, which again, I don't know if that's just me or if that's how it works. That's just my experience, so I feel like twists like this
really gives me a lot to work with. And let's gently undo. Your foot's right there. Take your left hand, go for the outside of your right foot. Pick it up off of the floor. Again, you're extending any amount. Lift up through your chest. Your right hand might be there, or you might lift it. And extend, twist. Flex out through your right foot. One more breath. Go lift up tall. Twist a little bit deeper. Good. Gently release. Right hand down. Put your right foot, outside of your left knee. We'll bend this left leg as well. Sit your right butt cheek down. Left heel just outside. Right hand close with your base. Inhale. Lift your left arm all the way up high toward the ceiling. You can gain some length, gain some space, and then get your left armpit outside of your right thigh. Inhale, lift. It's so interesting, like just when you think you're at your like tallest length, you just take another inhale, there's just like a little bit more, right? And twist. Keep your right butt cheek dropped down. So I really like this particular spine twist also because if you drop this right butt cheek down, you really sometimes, if you've done a lot of glute work, it really offers you a really nice stretch today. It doesn't feel that sort of pronounced to me, but I didn't do a lot of glute work today either, so. Okay, so let's try just those two other options that I offered on the first side, which was the half bind and the full bind, just for funsies, right? Half bind, your right arm wraps around, and so you can go for your left inner thigh, that area, and I'll show you where mine is at. Full disclosure always, right? So, you scoot over. So, when I do my half bind, I'm like kind of there, but it's like a barely there. My fingers are barely like holding on. So you can see if this works for you, which is taking your left hand, grab a hold of your right. We all need a helping hand sometimes. And give yourself a gentle pull so it feels like your right arm is going out and then over. And then place your fingers where you want them, right? And then see if that works. So for me, it's just a hair better. And then I can twist a little bit deeper. Okay. The other option, of course, is your full bind. You're gonna go through this hole in your legs, right? Your right bent leg over your thigh. There's this little triangle shape you've created. And your left hand is gonna go through that space. So, actually, I'll show you something real quick here. I also do an assist. So, my hand is gonna go through this hole, but I'm gonna give myself an assist because I just know that I'll need it, which is taking my right hand and give my left arm just a little bit of a nudge, right? So nudging it, helping it along a little bit. And then as I do those little nudges, I can sort of reach now my left hand to my left inner thigh, right? And theoretically, if I could find that half bind position, that ought to be where my fingers are already. I'm not gonna lie, surprisingly, this side feels very good. And I'll show you from the back side, you can see where my fingers are. Okay. So this is where we want these guys to meet. So I'm gonna do this whole thing where I help my left arm along with my right hand. And then I do this little nudgy thing, where now my left fingers are at my left hip flexor. And I have actually a pretty good grasp of my other hand. And again, this is quite surprising to me because usually I'm not holding on to anything. So maybe I just did it better, or it's a happy surprise. Hey, I'll take what I can get. Okay, so hold one more breath. Inhale, lift through your chest. Exhale, twist. I will definitely stand by though, the whole without the bind thing, for me at least, feels like I get a deeper twist. For style points, I would say that the full bind looks kind of cool. But I think like for me, if I'm just specifically and concentrating on working on my twist, I like it kind of without the fancy stuff. So speaking of liking things without the fancy stuff, we are actually gonna now do some things potentially with maybe a little bit fancy stuff. So we'll see. Let's start standing. Okay. Okay, so let's find ourselves back in remember our prayer twist lunge. We'll start twisting on our left-hand side. So feet together, let's start in chair, arms all the way up. Hands into the prayer position. Let's twist to our left-hand side. Think always your armpit, even though elbow might be what we get, we think of armpit. Okay, shift your body weight into your left leg. Send your right toes back behind you for a good lunge position. And you're on your right toes, right? Make sure you're not sinking down. From here, just like our spine twist, we'll try those half and full binds. So, get as much as you can outside of your leg. Then your half bind, of course, is wrapping around your back, right? That's cool. Maybe for the full, you take your right arm and meet your left. For me, I need that assist again. So I'm gonna take my left hand, push, a little bit nudge my right arm so that now my right fingers are just about touching my right hip flexor and I grab on. Open up through your chest. Okay, you stay right there or take your break. I'm gonna show you from behind because I think it's helpful to just see that position. So, this is still my right hand side. I'm gonna take my left hand, move it so my right fingers touch my right hip flexor, and then I can grab. Open your chest from here. All right. If that's asking a lot, I totally understand. And I want you to stay then here. Is perfect. Okay, if you're staying here, I'm gonna give this as the first option. We're gonna combine some balance, which is once you step your right foot forward, take your left foot in your right hand, and again, move into this situation, right? We've done this, we've been here, done that. Look past your left fingers. All right. Lower back down, send your right foot back, and find your place. If you can do the full bind, this is a little aggressive, I know. If you can do the full bind, I want you to just try the twisted birds of paradise, which is your right foot forward, body weight in your right foot, pick up your left knee, and maybe extend your left leg. Again, this is quite aggressive. So see what you can do, whichever those options work for you. And if you can manage to keep this bind while you send your right toes back, more brownie points for you for sure. Okay, so let's do that one more time. You choose option 1 or option 2, okay? Just one more time. All right, so find either your prayer twist or you're doing your full bind. I think I'll just do this one. Okay, open up your chest, look down, send your right foot forward, grab a hold of your left foot, lift up your left leg, extend out through your left leg, look past your left shoulder. Good. Bend it again, and lower down again. And we'll keep our feet together, chair pose, arms up. It's amazing, right? Just doing these twists, twists really require a lot of ourselves, our bodies to do a lot of things. So it seems like such a benign thing to do, but there's so much we can do with it, which is kind of fun actually. Hands into the prayer position, and let's just find our prayer twist. So right hand outside, give yourself a good twist. We're going from that very deep twist to this other side deep twist. So if you need to do any sort of lengthening, a reset of your spine, you can just hang out in chair for a little bit longer. I will not move on too fast, right? So give yourself whatever time you need. Be deliberate, again, as we're moving. This is gonna be our final kind of like big twist. So take your time in resetting and then set it up so that again, more of your armpit is outside, hands in the prayer, open your chest. Okay, so transfer then your body weight into your right foot. Send your left toes back behind you. So left toes go back behind. Check your left heel stays up off of the floor. And then maybe once you've gotten here, you feel a little bit sunk. I feel sunk. So I'm gonna push again, lengthen, and give myself a little bit more space once again. Okay, from this place, open your chest. If you're going, try for the half bind. Right arm goes back behind you, and you're basically going for close to your left hip flexor. And this feels okay for me. Open your chest. And then of course the full bind, your left arm goes through too. I need a little assist here. So once I've given myself sort of my max armpit, right hand pushes, nudges my left fingers toward my left hip flexor. Wrap your right arm around as well. Find that your hands touch, open up through your chest. And then again, I'll show you from behind. You'll notice that one side might be more accessible, you might be a little bit closer than the other side. Remember, these are just options. Don't feel like you're ever forcing your body to do something it doesn't want to do. You're always just encouraging. So I'm going to take my right hand, give my left fingers a little nudge, wrap my right arm around, match my fingers, open my chest. All right. So from there, just take a couple of breaths, and we'll move into our balance next. So maybe we're here in the hands in prayer position. Step your left foot forward. Take your left hand down, grab the outside of your right foot. Lift. Find your place. Good. Extend. Maybe you look past your right shoulder. Good. Return it. Lower it. And return to the prayer. Twist. Okay. That was a really good option. That's option one. Option two, you're doing your full bind. So I'm gonna give myself that nudge. And that nudge. Match my fingers. All right, option. Left foot forward. Transfer your body weight into your left foot. Pick up your right knee. All right, and then from there, extend your right leg. Good. That's option two. Slowly return. Again, if you can keep your bind, more power to you. See if I can do it. Okay. All right. Your third time, or your second or third time now, you choose option one or option two. I'm just gonna do the option one so we can see it. Open your chest. Anything you want to see though, let me know if something feels a little confusing. Look forward, step your left foot forward, grab a hold of your right foot, transfer your body weight into your left foot, pick up your right leg, extend, look past your right shoulder. Good, look forward again, bend both legs again. We land feet together this time, and just move into chair pose. Lift. Ooh, my spine feels really good right now. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good. And then let's find ourselves just on the floor, nothing too crazy. Let's return to Sphinx actually. So what we did way back when, elbows, forearms on the floor. For me, I don't know if you feel this way. With all of what we did, I feel like my hip flexors were quite engaged. Not in the way that like, open your chest. We're doing the Sphinx, of course, sorry. Not in the way that I feel in our core class when we do those leg lifts, but almost like a more of a contraction, compression, and a hold, right? So it just feels a little bit tighter. So I'm not sure if that's the case with you. For me, this is just sort of the most natural thing to do right afterwards. To one, reset our spines, but two, also any places that feel tight. For me, it happens to be my hip flexors. And then thirdly, whichever other areas you feel, sort of felt quite tight from doing those movements that we just did. Push into your palms, straighten out through your arms, and see if you can just melt your hips a little bit deeper. Rather than really dumping everything into your low back for a backward bend, think about letting your hips melt into the floor, but open up through your chest just the same, so we're not exacerbating the place in our spine that naturally bends, but really encouraging still those places where we hunch over or tend to hunch over to not, to go the opposite direction. Hang out here, hold for 4, open chest, hold for 3, hold for 2, hold for 1, good, gently release. Push yourself up off of the floor, good. And then we'll find ourselves in a kneeling position real quick, just a nice kneeling. Take an inhale, arms all the way up high toward the ceiling. Exhale, twist over to your right. This is just the way we started. Left hand outside of your right thigh. One more breath, inhale, lift. Exhale, go twist. Good, switch. Inhale, arms go all the way up. Exhale, twist to your left, right hand outside of your left thigh, twist. One more breath, lift up tall. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Good, come back through center, arms all the way up, inhale. Exhale, push it out, right, left, release. Good work today. I feel very wrung out, and that was the intention for today for sure. Let me know how you feel, because I feel like with twists, I really love them, but I also feel like to get to the place of this where I feel really wrung out and really good, I have to do so much work to get there. So the twisting thing is not super, super easy. I'm definitely curious to hear what you thought. But thank you for joining. Good to have you on this Sunday evening. And of course, we are back onto our normal schedule tomorrow, just 30 minutes of core. Yes, Gwen, I agree. I felt sore, like, it's weird. Like, I feel sore, like, right now a little bit. I don't know, like, before the workout for sure, and then now, yes, as well. So, I don't know. But the twists are so nice, and I feel like they get overlooked. Overshadowed by backward bending and like lateral stretching and everything, which are all amazing too. But our body's twisting is such a wonderful thing to do that we just don't get in any other activity. So, or our daily activity, I should say. So thanks for playing along. Such good sports. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll see you again tomorrow then. Okay, bye.